9:17, welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Time for Ask the Expert with our good friends here from Recycle Frog. We're talking about getting you some cash for your gold and other things. Plus a fundraising angle to this today we'll tell you more about. 613-789-6559 is the phone number to call. If you want to get on the phone, ask some questions, be pleased to answer them for you. David Martinek, how are you?
I'm very good, very good. Yourself?
Yes. I noticed, I was listening to your radio commercial yesterday. You've got an Ask the Expert segment coming up this weekend on CFRA. Right?
Going straight into the studio after this.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll be talking about some of the things we're going to talk about today, and that's taking people's old jewelry. I see you have some coins there, that sort of thing, and turning it into cash for them.
Yeah, well, I think a few people have seen us now, or if they haven't, hopefully they'll give us an opportunity, or at least be watching today and learn a little bit more about us. We've been around for 5 years now and have well over 25,000 customers in the Ottawa area. And really all we do is we buy people's old gold and silver jewelry, coins, things that they don't want, they don't wear, they've inherited, they don't need it, there's no sentimental attachment to it.
Yes.
And so it's sitting there and it's been appreciating in value. Certainly
especially right now.
Oh yeah, you know, we're well over $1,600 an ounce for gold.
That's crazy.
It is. So the goal of these series that we do is really to give people some fundamental things to think about before they head out the door. Whether they come to see us or anybody else, they should be looking for some basic things. The scale we've talked about on a few occasions, a government certified scale, weights and
Look
measures.
for that when you go visit anybody who's...
Look for the scale first and foremost.
Yeah.
You want to be able to see the weights. You want to be able to see, and the next thing is it a government certified scale? These things come out, we have to pay to have them come and certify them. They're plated and sealed. So there's no tampering that can happen with these scales. So they're as good as you can get out in the industry, and they're approved by the government. So
Right.
the other thing you want to see is what's the testing equipment that they're using. This is a state-of-the-art resistance tester. It can test from basically 5 carats of gold all the way to 24 carats.
Right.
So the purest form of gold. When you have something like this in front of you, there's no arbitrary sort of guesswork in there. When we test something in front of a customer, you're literally, like we are, a few feet away.
Yes.
I'm going to tilt this up and show you, this item was 18 karat, this item was 10 karat. And then we sort it right in front of you as well. So there's a lot of transparency, and those are the kind of things you want to look for. And you know, say for example, someone's using an old acid test, they can sort of tell you whatever they want. The less ethical ones are, you know, we'll probably knock it down a little bit so it's in their favor. They'll say it's 10 karat when it's probably 14. The good news, and one of the things I wanted to talk about, is the landscape is shifting dramatically.
Oh, is that right?
It really is. In the past 6 months, things have gone, you know, for the better for the consumer, actually. A lot of the lesser known, the fly-by-night companies have disappeared or are dropping off, which is good for the consumer.
Right.
More good guys have survived this storm, the surge in competitive competitors coming
Still,
in.
though, I would be wary, David, of businesses out there that try and scam their way and get people's cherished belongings
So the
at the
scams,
least possible cost to them.
And the scams are still out there. One of the things I think is the most obvious sign, and it goes back to an old cliche with, you know, if it looks too good to be true, it might be too good to be true. A lot of the advertising is still very, very outrageous, and there's no policing of that. You know, we could announce we pay $100 a gram for 10 karat gold. There's no way you could do that. You'd be losing money hand over fist. Some of the ads we still see are a little bit exaggerated or very exaggerated, and then once they get you in the door, the number changes dramatically. But consumers are somewhat gullible. They want to believe that, you know, someone's watching these ads going into the Ottawa Citizen or the Sun, and someone's policing that. But the reality is they're not, and there's some false and misleading advertising still out there.
Right. And you warn people about that all the time, right?
Yeah.
There's one quick way, and I want to mention this before we go to break. One quick way that you can identify your own jewelry, or you know, something you're picking up along the way.
Yeah, at a garage sale or something.
At a garage sale or something like that, with this little magnet, right?
Yep, it's called a rare earth magnet. You can pick one up at Lee Valley Tools for about $8.
Lee Valley has them.
Yep. And so anything that's not solid gold or solid silver will stick to that. So if you touch the necklace itself, it will not stick to it because this is solid gold.
Ready?
Now if you go closer to the clasp, which is plated,
I can't pick up that solid gold.
Solid gold. Now when you get closer to the clasp, you see how that picks up. Because that's plated, it's not solid gold. So you can eliminate that clasp off there. So if you're out there at a garage sale and you want to find things to pick up on the cheap, you can do one of these quick tests and eliminate things immediately.
Very cool. That's a good thing to have around.
It is.
Yeah. We're going to talk more about Recycle Frog and what they do and how it can be of advantage to you, but also to the advantage of others, because you've got a great fundraising campaign that you want to talk about. We'll cover that next. If you want to ask questions of David about Recycle Frog, about things you might have in your home or whatever, give us a call, 613-789-6559, extension 2803, or email us, ottawa.morning@ctv.ca. You can also send us a Facebook question if you like. Back with more of Ask the Expert. Recycle Frog next.